Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Iron Legion. This is episode number 5. Get ready for beta weekend number 3, the final event before the game launches. Everyone's extremely excited, everyone's getting their characters ready, everybody's doing anything they can about the game just to prepare themselves for this coming weekend. I know a lot of us are going to lose a lot of sleep. A lot of us are going to be very entertained, very excited, trying different builds, trying different classes, and preparing ourselves for the game when it finally launches. So, going into episode number 5, I wanted to go ahead and tell everybody or prepare them for this weekend that's coming up and talk about the new things that are going to be added to the game, options that weren't there before. Also, I'm going to go into a Guild Wars 2 skill builder, which is one of the best ones that I found that a friend of mine showed me to recently. So I wanted to show it to you guys because it adds the armor function in there and runes. So you can actually play with your armor, play with your runes, do different sets, and see what works better, and as forth as just in your crit and your HP and your MP and all that great stuff. So going into beta weekend number 3, everybody knows that the Salvari and the Asura are going to be playable. So finally, we're going to get our hands on these two classes that everyone's been extremely excited, waiting to play. A lot of us didn't know if we were even going to get a chance to play it before the next game came out, or before the game was released, which we are because ArenaNet is surprising us, and everyone's pretty excited. So you got your Savari, which is like your plant-like creatures, and then you have your Asura, which are your little short, smart guys, kind of like a gnome or a dwarf, or they have that little man syndrome type of personality. But going into beta weekend number 3, ArenaNet posted some information on their blog, and it's just some basic stuff to what's going to be happening. So right here you can see there's a reminder that all beta info will be deleted. So if you had any characters that you created, or you were level 30 or level 40 or whatever level you were, they're going to be completely deleted. Now this is something that I thought for sure was going to happen the last beta weekend, but it didn't, because I thought they would want to test how all the servers could react to everyone starting at a low level population. I mean, when you're letting characters continue on, then it's not as many people as there should be. But I guess they kind of did different things with letting crowds in at certain times to kind of adjust to that. Maybe something that I didn't think of, but this is for sure going to be the real deal Holyfield, when you have everybody starting from level 0 and moving their way up and getting through the game and going through the questing and finding all the bugs and different type of crazy things that happen when there's a lot of people going through one zone. So we're gonna really get to see if how it is gonna be on launch day. So if you're planning on playing at launch, definitely want to play Friday at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's when the beta servers open. So I definitely recommend being there so you can kind of get an idea of how it's gonna be at launch. Also, the gem store is going to be open for business. So during the beta weekend, they're going to test and secure the gem store billing system in the live environment. So meaning any purchases you make, they're going to be real. It's going to be charged to your credit card, and then those gems are going to be refunded back to you when the game launches. So whatever you purchase is actually going to be charged to your credit card again, and then you get to get that gems back when the game launches, and it'll be ready for you to roll. So if you plan on buying gems, this is a good time to try it out. Buy some things you think you might want to buy when the game launches. Test it out. If you don't like it, of course everything's going to be refunded back to you, and then you have your chance to buy something else or buy that item that you actually like. So if you plan on spending money, I would definitely take a chance and spend it now, because once the game launches, it's forever. Right now, you still have a chance to figure things out, tweak it, experiment, do different things. So definitely some key points that you really want to look into if you plan on spending money at the gem store. Also, Guild Wars 2 beta live stream on Twitch TV. Now, recently they released an interview with Colin Johansson and Eric Flanham on their Twitch TV, and it was an awesome live stream about endgame legendary weapons. Everybody's heard all the great things that came out of that. Now they also had other videos on there of them live streaming their games and structured PvP and whatnot, and fighting other people and giving little commentary here and there. So they're gonna be broadcasting the whole entire beta weekend. So if you don't have a key or you're not in the beta, this is definitely something that you want to check out. All the videos look like they're going to be saved so you can watch them later on. So if you're playing the game, play the game. Definitely want to check out Twitch TV Guild Wars 2 channel after the beta so you can see all the cool stuff that they pull up there. Going into the new PvP map. Now the new PvP map, Legacy of the Foe Fire, is a new player versus player map that's kind of like the old original Guild Wars PvP, the main one that they had that was like an esport. So all the PvP maps and players will battle over 3 capture points. But this new map includes NPC guards and a team guild lords, powerful NPCs that are worth a lot of points if you can manage to kill them. So this is definitely going to be some cool added stuff to the PvP. Hopefully they take it a little bit more than what they did in the original Guild Wars, and I'm sure they will, and it'll definitely be a lot of fun. So that's going to be the first thing I definitely jump into, because I love structured PvP, and a new PvP map gets me really excited. Going into the WW launch, they just released this the other day. All this information again is coming from their blog on the Guild Wars 2 official website. So this WW, they're pretty much saying that they're changing the way things are working. There was the last beta weekend, there was a lot of big differences between servers, and one server dominating the other one, and then you had to wait so long before you can get the next match even though you're being dominated. So they kind of came up with this idea that they're going to leave the 24-hour match format for now at launch, the same way it's been during beta weekend, instead of having the game play for 2 weeks. Because if you're getting dominated for 2 weeks, like, that's no fun for anyone, you know, and you gotta wait 2 weeks before you can even start. And then let's say something happens in the matchmaking and you get dominated again, so that's 1 whole month that you're gonna go without being able to do WW at a great level and enjoy it. So I think that was a really good move on their part to do a 24-hour match format instead of doing the 2 week just for the start. And then once the game settles in and guilds settle in and the servers just settle in, then they'll move to that 2 week to what the game was meant to be. But I thought that was definitely some good thinking and some good you know, solving problems before they happen on their behalf. Also getting added to the game is Keg Brawl. Now Keg Brawl is the first of the minigame activities that would be playable in the beta weekend. It's a Norn pastime called Keg Brawl. Now, Keg Brawl is going to be pretty much 2 teams attempt to score points by tossing a full keg of ale across an icy lake and turning it into an ale collector that belongs to their team. Participants are free to tackle, pummel, kick, and otherwise rough up competing players in order to seize the control of the keg. Now, that sounds a lot like hockey, and that is definitely very cool. I love playing mini games. I love the different type of mini games that they're thrown into other MMOs. This one seems like they're taking it a step up. So hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. So if you like mini games and you like MMORPGs, you definitely want to check out this ice hockey keg brawl type of thing that's going to be going on in the Norn main cities. So check it out. Definitely be some cool stuff. Now this part of the show, I wanted to get you guys ready for the beta weekend. Now I've been using a lot of different tool builders to get my characters ready with different sites that I've shown in the past, but this is a new one that was brought to my attention this week by I believe it was 2 of my officers in Epic, which is my guild, which brought this to my attention, and it's definitely some cool stuff. Now the top, you can see like the ability or the little characters that you have right here. This is in Russian. You can't change that from my understanding. But if you come down here, you have an English and Russian. So this site was looking like it was built in Russian first, and then English was just kind of added on. So if you click English, you can come down here. Now it's your basic character builder. You pick a class, right? You pick what type of character you want to be, or what race you want to be. Then you pick your weapon, which you can see here, the different weapons that a ranger can choose. So let's say I pick great sword, and then let's say I pick my axe, and I pick my warhorn. Yeah, well, this is the first character slot right here, and then this is the second slot for the weapon. So I would pick here my axe, and then I'll pick my warhorn down here. and then that'll be my build, so I could switch between weapons, and those are the 2 weapons. And then I could come over here, pick my pet, which has all of them. Let's say wolf. Pick my other pet. Let's say a bird or eagle. Then you pick your different skills. Now what's cool about this, as you go over, it highlights each thing, tells you what it is, puts the refresher timer at the top right hand corner, tells you what it does, how long it's for, the details. That information you kind of got from the other character builders. The cool part about this, now you have your traits over here, which is the same way you can do it in any of the other character builders if you tried this before. And then the armor. Now this is something that I haven't seen in any of the character builders that I've tried. So you can actually come over here, pick your rune to what you want to put on your greatsword. So let's say you wanted to put Seagull of Superior Accuracy, right? And then that's 5% crit chance. And then let's say on your axe you wanted to put something, and then you can put your runes, and then you can come over here, and then for your head it has all the runes: power, precision, I believe it's toughness, vitality, prowess, and malice, compassion, and then the others. And then all the rune sets are there. You can choose each one. It'll change your stats over here. You can choose the accessories, and you can really build your character now. Now in the past with the traits and building the spells was pretty cool, because you can make a lot of cool builds for people and show them off and tell them what they think and do a lot of theory crafting. But when you're adding the armor aspect to it, it really builds your character and it really gets you prepared. So if you haven't done this yet, or you haven't given it a try, please do so. You're gonna save yourself maybe 2 hours of game time trying to figure out what rune you want to put with what. If you have an idea of what class you're going to play, you have an idea of how you want to build that character, you definitely want to spend time in here before the game comes out, so you don't spend that time in game trying to figure out all this different type of stuff, because it's a lot. There's a lot to do with the runes, with PvP and your armor sets and your weapons and your build and your talent points, and you want to have all that ready to go. So definitely I'm going to have everything set up. So as soon as I log in the game, I'm going to look at my web page. I'm going to say, okay, this is what I did. Pop, 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 pop. Should take me about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm ready to get in game and start owning people. So that's definitely something that I would do. And I am doing. And something that you guys should definitely check out. So that's going to bring the end of our show. The Iron Legion. This was episode number 5. Very excited for the beta weekend that's coming in 2 days. So please, everybody, get excited. 1 more month we got left. What, about a month and a half, a month and a couple days, and the game should be out, and we should be happy as Christmas, as everything. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Check us out next week, where we should bring you a lot of beta coverage between me, Blackheart, and Walker. There should be a lot of information, a lot of videos, a lot of walkthroughs that we're going to show before the game launches to get us revved up for launch. So thank you for watching, and this was the Iron Legion.